is the KRON-TV Morning News.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our second live hour of KRON-TV News Weekend. Well, we're keeping an eye on the health care debate as it heads toward a historic vote.
And also here locally in the Bay Area, Oakland's police chief is increasing security in neighborhoods by taking police out of the office from behind a desk, putting them on the streets. We'll have a report.
And I've got a guy who's just terrific. Good morning, everybody. He wrote a coloring book called A Girl Is Not a Chick. It's for young girls to try to feel a little bit better than the bland and the beautiful they're told to be by a lot of TV shows and movies. So that'll be great. He's changing gender equality and shaking it all up.
A girl is not a chick.
A girl is not a chick.
Okay,
all right,
thanks,
good.
Jen. And now let's check in with Jan Wahl, see what she has coming up.
Something pretty wonderful, Isabel. This is a comic book about Nelson Mandela, one about Gandhi for your kids, a coloring book, Girls Are Not Chicks, so much more. Change a child, you change the world. Reach and teach. We're going to tell you all about it coming up. And good morning, everyone. I love this. Look at this. This is a comic book called Girls Are Not Chicks. It's a coloring book, right? And in the coloring book are messages to young girls like, not all girls who love makeup grow up to be dainty young ladies. And it's a picture of a clown. And a little girl can color it in. I mean, this is amazing. It has images of girls riding tractors, like my mother-in-law in Iowa rides tractors. I mean, it's all kinds of imagery for young girls so they get past this thing of having to be bland and beautiful Jennifer Aniston. Ugh. So here's the good news, kids. They're fighting for gender equality for young kids, so they start getting good messages. They are called reachandteach.com. They also have comic books. Here's one about Nelson Mandela, a comic book about Gandhi. So welcome here the two people from reachandteach.com, Craig Wiesner and Derek Kikuchi. I'm so glad you're both here.
We're glad to be here.
You have so many items here from reachandteach.com, and these are unusual items for young kids. Talk about some of them. The Girls Are Not Chicks is a big seller for you.
Girls Are Not Chicks was inspired by a poster that said, among other things, for all the little girls who want to throw away their Easy Bake Ovens, there's a little boy who wants to find one. So Jacinta Bonnell took that idea and she did this entire coloring book based on that.
Great.
They had originally produced it in 2007, and they came to us to basically publish it when it came time to get it out into the bigger world.
So you're one-stop shopping for these kind of things. When I was a little girl, one of the reasons I'm a success and have been for a long time is my parents made me read classic comic books about Helen Keller, Madame Curie, Eleanor Roosevelt. They had these classic comic books. Don't have them anymore. But now you've got comic books about Gandhi, about Nelson Mandela, and other people.
Exactly.
Are those big sellers also?
Those are very good sellers. You know, when people see those, they also remember what you remembered as a kid, and they think, what a great way to introduce children and adults, actually, to characters who've made important strides in history by having them in comic books.
And then you have things, this is Playing War. What is this one about? It's a child's book with lots of illustrations, Playing War.
A beautiful children's book. It's about a group of kids on a lazy summer day who don't know what to do, so they decide to play war. And they go about playing war, but what they don't realize is one of their friends has actually lived through a war. And he eventually tells them what happened to him. And in the end, they decide, you know, playing war isn't that much fun. Let's find something better to do.
So they end up building tops.
Building top, and you have, here's a spinning top generator. You actually have toys as part of this website.
These are green toys. The one you're holding here is basically take the milk jugs that otherwise get thrown away, recycle them, take them to Milpitas, and they become toys for children.
Wow, and there's a spinning top generator. There's lots of things. And here's one I particularly like, being a dog person, The Doggy Dung Disaster and Other True Stories.
This is a book about children who have made a difference in the world, who've seen something that they thought they could do something about and have done it. It's very inspiring.
Hats off to you guys. This is a wonderful website. It's called reachandteach.com. And I'm telling you, this is way good. I've already bought a bunch of these Girls Are Not Chicks for young girls I know. And your newest one is Sometimes the Spoon Runs Away with Another Spoon.
That's going to be coming out in September.
All right. And you've got a civil rights strategy card game. I mean, it goes on. Reachandteach.com. Thank you for being here. Derek Kikuchi and Craig Wiesner, I appreciate appreciate what you're doing. The parents need it so badly with all this negative media imagery coming out to kids. Thank you. Here's a movie I would like to recommend to all of you. Kristen Stewart, the young actress from the Twilight series, was born to play rock icon Joan Jett. The movie's The Runaways. We meet the young, rebellious Southern California rock and roller Joan Jett. She's interesting. She's feisty. She's not boring and bland. Did I mention Aniston? Okay. She wants to bring her guitar and music to an all-girl rock band. Rock impresario Kim Fowley is beautifully played by Michael Shannon. He puts Joan together with some other gals, including Cherry, who's played beautifully by Dakota Fanning with such sadness and poignancy. This movie really makes it. It's 3.5 hats. It completely captures the period and the time, and I'm telling you, it rocks. So we're talking The Runaways. Check it out. And finally, for kids, if you want a chance to get your high schooler on stage, if your high schooler's got to enter show business, you do it through Beach Blanket Babylon Steve Silver's scholarships. Bay Area high school seniors, beachblanketbabylon.com, 415-646-0973. I'm one of the judges. Every year, we pick somebody from the world of music, from singing, dancing, and acting, and they get scholarships. Hats off to Beach Blanket Babylon and Steve Silver and Joe Schumann for doing that. Joe Schumann Silver. Okay, guys, thanks again for being here. Reachandteach.com. And now we're going to quick break, and we'll be back with much more right here.